Exercise A, page 24.
Affect.
Capable of.
Command.
Concern.
Data.
Pattern.
Privacy.
Reduce.
Reliable.
Trend.
Exercise B, meaning from context. Page 24.
Timeline of Artificial Intelligence, AI, History. 1950. In I, Robot, a book by Isaac Asimov, the makers of robots give the robots a command not to harm humans. 1950s. Computers become an important tool for doing calculations quickly and are more reliable than humans. 1960s. An industrial robot called Unimate begins to replace human workers in automobile manufacturing. It starts a global trend. 1997. The computer Deep Blue wins a match against a world chess champion because it could process information quickly. Deep Blue's abilities affected all technology and helped start the age of big data. 2011. Siri, a digital assistant, is part of the newest Apple iPhone. Siri learns from its users' patterns of behavior and presents its users with the most useful data for them. 2021. Universities in the USA and China show that AI can recognize a type of cancer and could reduce the workload of busy doctors. 2022. UNESCO publishes Recommendation on the Ethics of AI. The document outlines 10 concerns about AI, including privacy, safety, and fairness. 2022. OpenAI launches ChatGPT, a program that's capable of natural language processing tasks such as text generation and language translation. As more data is collected, ChatGPT gets more precise or accurate.
Listening. Artificial Intelligence. Exercise B, Main Ideas, page 26. And Exercise C, Details, pages 26 and 27.
I guess we have all heard of artificial intelligence, or AI, but people have different ideas about what AI is. Dr. Ali, how do you define artificial intelligence?
Sure. That's a great place to start. There are actually a couple of categories of AI. The first is weak AI. This means that the AI does one job, like recommending shows or movies for you to watch.
So, I guess anytime I get recommendations when I'm shopping online or looking at social media, that's an example of AI doing its job.
Yes, exactly. Digital assistants like Siri are another great example of weak AI. Although they are quite advanced, they still do only one job, responding to your questions and commands.
So, if there's weak AI, does that mean there's also strong AI?
You bet. Strong AI has intelligence and is capable of doing complicated jobs on its own. We have not achieved strong AI yet, and some people think we never will, because they don't think AI will ever be able to think the same way humans can.
It sounds like strong AI is the type of AI that most people are afraid of.
Yes. When people talk about AI controlling the world, they are talking about strong AI. It makes for great movies, but it's not a real concern in my opinion.
Getting back to weak AI, does it all work the same way?
Great question. Basically, yes. All current AI works in the same way, because it uses data to find patterns. For example, when we use a browser like Google to look for something on the internet, the results that we see are chosen carefully. The browser has learned which websites are the most popular or most reliable, as well as which websites we visit the most often. This reduces the number of results and prevents us from seeing a lot of websites we're not really interested in.
In other words, the browser draws conclusions about what we're looking for on the internet.
Right. Another way AI works is by finding patterns in spoken and written language. This is called speech recognition. Digital assistants use speech recognition. So does the autocorrect program on your phone.
And those things work pretty well. They are not perfect, though. I think everyone has a story about autocorrect changing the spelling of a word to something we did not mean.
You're right about that. Artificial intelligence is certainly not perfect, but it's improving every day.
I believe that. I would love to know more about trends in AI. Can you talk to us a little about that?
The exciting part. Well, one way that AI is being used is in medicine. For example, computers can recognize a kind of cancer. And in education, online learning programs with AI can give students the kind of support they need. Review and practice, or more advanced tasks. They customize learning and make the education experience more personal. But privacy is also a trend in AI because it's a big concern. A lot of our personal data is collected online. We all need to understand how our data is being used. When companies have our personal data, they can customize the service they give us. But they can also cause problems if they don't keep our data safe. The future of AI is very exciting, but we all need to know how it affects our lives.
Exercise D. Focused listening. Page 27. 1.
Digital assistants like Siri are another great example of weak AI.
2.
Another way AI works is by finding patterns in spoken and written language. This is called speech recognition.
3.
They customize learning and make the education experience more personal.
Exercise A. Page 28.
1. I've called customer service 3 times today.
2. This has been my favorite class this semester.
3. Engineers haven't solved all the problems with self-driving cars.
4. Voice recognition software has gotten quite good in recent years.
5. My brother hasn't learned any other languages.
Pronunciation. Long and short vowels. Page 30.
When we pronounce short vowels, our mouth and face muscles are more relaxed, and we say the vowel sounds quickly. Miss, less, book, cup. With long vowel sounds, our muscles are more tense, and the vowels take slightly longer to say. Phone, fine, like, place. Short vowel, long vowel. Sit, seat. Mad, made. Let, late. Not, note. Quit, quite. Spelling is sometimes helpful. Words that end with a silent E, like, same, often have long vowel sounds. One-syllable words that end in a vowel, C, go, often have long vowel sounds. But words spelled with C, V, C, consonant, vowel, consonant, like cat, him, and C, V, C, C, consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, like miss, task, often have short vowel sounds.
Exercise E. Page 30.
1. Bit.
2. Pete.
3. Gate.
4. Robe.
5. Can.
6. Loss.